gonna explain how to do the textured fringe when they have a little bit longer hair, kind of like Ash's, where if you were to comb it down, it's past his, almost the middle of his nose, basically, in the middle of the fringe. And then the corners to his eyebrows, the corner to his eyebrows. So you guys can see in the corner of his hair, it's to his eyebrows. In the middle right here, it's basically to the middle of the nose. You guys want to keep in mind, you guys want to have the hair maybe a little bit longer to the eyebrows, maybe passing, if you want to have the curly look where the hairs go like this in the front instead of just going down like sticks. So Ash's hair is a little bit wavy, so it helps. But even when you guys have wavy hair clients, you guys still find a way to fuck it up a lot of times. So this is what I'll do. One, always do the top first. I didn't do this, but I cut the top first and then the fade, but I didn't have any more sea salt spray. But what I would do is cut the top, texture everything, spray a fuck ton of sea salt spray, and then kind of just brush it all forward, and then do the taper. And by the time the cut's done, it should be like almost fully dry or somewhat dry. So let's just pretend Ash's hair is like more like 60 to 80% dry. I just sprayed a little bit right now that was left. So what you want to do is grab some statement paste. I already like mixed it in my hand. I have it right here. And what you guys want to do is just put it all throughout his hair. And I give him like a texture mullet in the back. So you want to make sure it's all in the hair. So this is how I would put the statement when I'm texturizing, when I'm styling the hair. A lot of times you guys just go like this, just scrunch and then like that, and it looks like a fucking nest and it's nappy. What you guys want to do is you guys want to get in the scalp like this, right in the scalp, and then obviously scrunch, but get in the scalp. Now for the front, this is what you guys want to do. You guys want to get in the scalp as well, like this, and make sure you guys get it all throughout the hair, all throughout the hair. Because if you guys just get in the top, the bottom, like the hairs at the root, are going to be all flat. And then the hairs on the top are going to give you like that textured, fluffy look, but it's going to look nappy. It's going to look off. So you want to get it on the scalp. Make sure it's all over the hair. And especially, so you guys would like want to do this move. So you go like this, and then you pull it back down and scrunch. So just make sure it's all throughout the hair. And then what I would do, put a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just to make sure there's a good amount throughout the hair. Typically, you want to do this step when it's like more on the drier side, like where it's like lightly damp. I kind of put a decent amount of sea salt spray right before this, so that's why I put a little bit more. But now, what you guys want to do, the most important parts real quick about the fringe is going to be the front section and the sides, like where the head's curving, right? Not the sides of the taper, not necessarily the top of the head, but where the head's curving on the sides, like right here, basically on top of the ears. You want these two sections, like where the top of the ears, the hair to be fluffy, like fluff up and kind of poofing out a little bit and push forward. So push forward, but fluffed up. You don't want to have the hairs push forward and look like someone just stepped on the head. So if you guys see right here, Ash's hair, I push it forward, but if it's flat like this, that's not going to be good. It's not going to look good compared to if I push it forward, but I fluff it up. So push forward, scrunch up, and then just keep doing that. That's the type of style you want. Like pushing it up from the bottom while having it moving forward is what you want on the sides. And for the top, you just want to scrunch a lot. Also, just notice the hairs up here. If it's too heavy, it's going to cause the front to be super flat. So you want to make sure it's never too heavy up here, because if it's really like heavy and the weight is up here, it's going to have a hard time the hairs to curl up like this. So let's say this was a diffuser, whatever, any type of blow dryer. You don't necessarily need a diffuser, but in this case, I'm gonna use this. When I blow dry the hair, I'm gonna blow dry it a lot from the bottom here, kind of like what I was doing with my hands, pushing it up like this. I'm gonna blow dry it a lot, and then the hairs, the little short hairs on here, like right on top of his ear, are gonna be sticking up, which is gonna leave like a platform for these longer hairs to sit on. That's gonna give it more of that like poofy, fluffy, nice look, right? And also, when you guys do the poofiness and the fluffiness, you don't want to have crazy hair sticking out like this, or like having it look super nappy and nasty like a nest. You want to have it all like layered decently. So that's why I'm going to blow dry from here. So these little hairs stick up and give the platform for these longer hairs to sit on. So it gives that a look. So I'll do that, blow dry from the bottom here, blow dry from the bottom here. And also for the top, blow dry it from the bottom so this poofs up. And for the top, I'm gonna blow dry from the bottom here, but like not super close, because you don't want it to be pushed up so much. You just want to blow dry from a distance so these hairs really stick up. And then at the end, I'm gonna blow dry from a distance at the top to make sure I get that fluff up here. So you guys never want to blow dry really close like this. It's gonna make the hair look flat. You want to give that fluff, so you want to blow dry a lot from the bottom to give it that fluff up. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So you guys see, I'm pretty sure, I hope you guys could see what I'm doing. Right here, look where I pull his ear down and I'm blow drying it like this. And I'm pushing it forward, but also fluffing it up. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit closer. So you guys see these hairs, how they're all pushed forward. And because I'm not going like this, because if I go straight right here, it's gonna push some of these hairs back. But if I'm going from right here, kind of near the back, it's gonna push even these hairs forward to help that fluffy look on the sides. And always, the hair is gonna never just grow straight out. It never just goes straight out. It always grows either this way, like in a clock, or the opposite of a clock, like this way. So Ash's hair kind of grows this way. So look down, his hairs are in the back are gonna be pushed here. So I would push it here. So look. Okay, so you guys can see this now. Look up a little bit, Ash. Now at this point, what I would do is scrunch it up. Scrunch, a lot of scrunch right here. Right, because you don't want to have it just flat forward, right? So scrunch and play around with it. Now you guys see exactly how it looks, that fluff look now. See, turn this way. I'll style it neater once it gets to the showcase part, but you guys see exactly what I'm talking about. And for this to happen, you guys have to have weight. You guys can't shave it all the way to the top. So this is kind of what you guys want, right? On the sides, you guys see all these little hairs are up, fluffed up. So these hairs lay on this platform. And just fluff it up, play with it until it looks nice. I always play with a lot with it before the showcase, but right now I'm just getting it in position. So if I were to do this side, now for this part, since this hair kind of doesn't want to work with me in the back, I'm only going to be blow drying kind of from here forward. I wouldn't really try to touch this part. This part I would be going this direction, but here I'd be going that direction. You see these hairs, boom, swooping to the front. These hairs as well, swooping to the front. And these you just blow up. And I'll show you guys kind of how I do the back if you guys have them lit. But you see where it starts moving forward, this is where it starts moving forward. So I'll blow dry from here and then point it that way. So once again, so that's how I would do the sides and kind of the back. And as always, this is just to dry the foundation where the hair is going to lay on. Look up, Ash. And I'll just fluff it up a lot, like this, scrunch. Let me zoom out a little bit. So I just scrunch and then pull the hairs out a little bit. And then go like this while I'm pushing it forward and scrunching and fluffing it up a little bit. Like that. So this is what I would do. And now, what you guys are going to notice here is going to be wet, which is why it's important to use the sea salt spray a lot when you first start to cut. So by the time you get to this part, it's more dry. I obviously use the sea salt spray right before this, which is my mistake, but you just want to use the sea salt spray after you cut the top. You use a lot of sea salt spray and then do the whole cut. So when you do the top, it's more dry here because you're obviously going to dry the sides, but you want this to be more dry because right now it's like pretty damp and it's flat. But if I blow dry it too much, it's going to get that nappy look. It's going to get that nasty look, and you don't want to risk drying it too much. So that's why I say you sea salt spray first, so you don't have to really do that much work. And all you have to do is just scrunch the top, and it'll just dry more naturally like that, and then just blow dry the front. So I'm going to show you guys how I would blow dry the front a bit too. So you guys can already see it's looking real good. So you guys want to blow dry and scrunch like this. Blow dry from the bottom and scrunch. All right, so at this point, I don't want to blow dry too much and risk getting that nappy look. So what I'll do is I'll go like this and just really scrunch and grab from the root to try to get the hair to lift up, because you never want it flat. You guys want that fluffy, poofy look without it looking like a nest and hair sticking out. So I'll do this, and at this point of the cut, it's just a lot of like little like playing with the hair, right? You guys want to make sure the hairs are in place. No hair sticking out crazy. It's looking poofy. It's looking nice. You're getting the waves and the curls in the front. And then obviously with the hair straighter, it's gonna be more of a struggle, but I would always say to at least get like the twist on the hairs. Like I said, the hair is either gonna go this way or that way. If your hair goes that way, at the ends of the hair, you wanna twist it like the way it grows. If it goes this way, you wanna twist the ends of the hair like this. But if it's like a little bit wavy, then you want to get the hairs to curl up like this, kind of right here on Ash's hair. Ash's hair is really wavy, so it's gonna be a lot easier for me to do that. But a lot of times you guys will still mess it up. So, and as you guys can see here, even I'm separating some of the curls. You want to be very specific in the front. The sides, a lot of scrunching, a lot of poofing up and forward. The front, you want to make sure the curls or the waviness of or like the little twist, the hairs are very, very neat. Look up a little bit. You want to make sure every individual hair is in place for the best like possible look. If you have the sides at the front dialed in, I guarantee you, no one's gonna give a fuck about how good the fade is. You're gonna get a lot of new clients, because I speak from personal experience. This is literally what I did to charge $100 a cut. So right now I'm just playing with it a lot. A lot of times you guys get very lazy. Like right here, you guys will be like, oh, I'm done. Even then, I still see little imperfections, and I'm seeing where I can fix the hair and make it look better. If you guys really want the best result possible, you guys are gonna have to put a lot of time and just effort and not be lazy in this specific part. Now, I'm going to demonstrate one thing you guys fuck up a lot in. So right here, what is wrong, right? This little hair sticking out. So boom, I'll curl it in there. Look up a little bit, Ash. So now you guys can see, looks more fluffy on this side than that side. So I'd fluff this side up a bit more. Now it looks a bit more even. Maybe fluff it even more on this side. This little hair is sticking out crazy, so we can push that down. This little hair too, push that down, push that down. Now you see guys, maybe this hair too. Now you guys see the shape, no hair sticking out. That nice fluffy push forward look. Turn this side, same thing here. And look at the corners of the hair, the fringe area. There's no hair sticking out crazy. There's no big gaps in the forehead that you guys can see. Most of the forehead's covered. And then like this side, same here. Everything's covered as well. Look at these little hairs. You guys see the texture and the waviness in this hair. Like I said, it's easier with Ash's hair. But a lot of times you guys have haircuts like this that you guys still manage to mess up a bit. So looking at here, you guys can see here, straight, and then it has a big dip right here. So I would fix this. I would kind of curl these up a little bit more. Right here too, right here. Now you guys can see, it's a slightly more even. So right here, not that much big of a dip, just slightly, maybe push these hairs forward a bit more, and boom. You don't want to care about these little tiny hairs that you won't really be able to see. But look, you guys can see now. Look up a little bit, Ash, right there. The evenness, right, is a lot better rather than like, let's say these hairs were all the way to his eyebrow and the rest was like here. Evenness, the fluffiness, even on the sides. There's no crazy hair sticking out on the top. Now this is ready to record. Probably if I want to be a little extra, which I kind of always was with my showcases, I make sure the back is dialed the fuck in. And then, yeah, make sure all these hairs are dialed in. Right here too. You see all these hairs move forward. Boom, boom. Make that little curve right there. I just like being extra with the showcases. I always very critique on my work. Look up a bit. Once again, everything seems to be leveled here. Fluffy, fluffy, no hair sticking out on top. It's not looking crazy flat. And then boom, should record my showcases. Let's just say, obviously you guys are never supposed to have a cape on for the showcases. But let's just say a quick demo. The showcase. And then right here, there's a little thin scar right there, so I covered it. So once again, Ash, look up. Turn your head a little bit right here. And then your eyes, look at my fingers, right? Close your eyes a little bit, or no, don't close them, but just slightly close them, like right there. You guys record from the single. And so you see here, there's a big gap right there. So what I would want to do, you see there, push these hairs forward. Bring these hairs a little bit more down. Right there. And now you guys see that fucking difference. That's crazy. Obviously, I don't have any of the C cup lined up or enhanced with the white pencil, which you guys should always do. But you see, guys, this difference I just did. Even though it looked normal in person, it looked fire in person. You guys see that small difference and how different it looks. When you guys record it, makes it a lot better, right? Same thing for the other side. See how the other side looks when you guys are doing the showcase and how I would optimize it. All right. So obviously, you guys should already know by now. Everything when you guys pull up the camera is gonna look a lot different. So the camera never lies. The camera should be your best friend. So right here, at an angle, you guys see that hair sticking out, and there's that gap right there. So what I would do, kind of there's these hairs a little bit here. Now what did that do? Created another gap here. So I'd grab some hairs, put them right there, right there. And this hair is sticking out, so kind of push that down a little bit, and then as right here, and then right there. And I kind of want this to be a little bit more covered, so I have that right there. Now look how much better this is. Maybe this could be not so straightforward. Kind of give it a little twist. Look how much better this looks. Oh my god, ignore the taper. I was kind of like half-assed the taper, guys, but the details never lie. So, you guys see, styling. There's no crazy hair sticking out. Maybe push this up a bit. Look how neat this looks, the poofiness. Right? There's obviously lots of better examples, but this is me just doing on the fly, on the go, on Ash's hair. This is, guys, what you want to do. Obviously, you're going to record low. Look how the skin pops out. This is a normal fucking $30 taper, but look when you record it the right way. Does the taper even matter at that point? The client looks a lot more attractive, a lot more better. Jawline up a little bit, chin up right there. Look how the client looks right here. This is fucking dialed in. This is what gets you $80 to $100 a fucking haircut, even though you're doing a $30 taper. This is a fucking $30 taper. But just because you're recording it, obviously have the show the cape off and everything. But look at this, guys. So let's pretend I record it. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. More backed up. Tilting the phone. 1, 2, 3. The shape of the haircut dialed in. No crazy gaps where you can see the forehead. No crazy hair sticking out. Everything neat. Right there. Low camera angle. Jawline popping out. Eyes slightly up. Phone tilted. This light dialed in. Overhead light to make the shadow on the jawline. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Even you could take another step back. Look how far I am from Ash. Take another step back and then pretend I press record and then I do the slight zoom in with the lens. So like this. So right here. And then I zoom it into 2, 1.8, and that's it. You guys can even do it from right here. 1, 2, 3. That's how you guys dial the fucking styling and a bit of a showcase demonstration there. Even though you guys may have $30 fucking tapers, and this isn't even enhanced. So this is how you guys dial the fucking